Hi guys, welcome to today's session, and today we are going to discuss about Prime Minister Employment Generation Program PMEGP. And in this session we'll first see the background of PMEGP, and then we'll see the objectives of Prime Minister Employment Generation Program, and then we'll discuss some few key points of this particular scheme, and then we'll discuss the challenges faced by Prime Minister Employment Generation Program. And finally we discuss there is another scheme called Credit Guarantee Fund Scheme that is also for micro, small, medium enterprises. So we'll discuss a few points on about that scheme also. So that's how I planned this session. Let's now start. So Prime Minister Employment Generation Program is a credit-linked subsidy scheme which promotes self-employment through setting up of micro enterprises, where subsidy up to 35% is provided by government through Ministry of MSME for loans up to rupees 25 lakhs in manufacturing and rupees 10 lakhs in service sector. So that is the basic idea of the scheme, and banks have been supporting setting up large number of enterprises under PMEGP over past years, which has particularly seen a twofold increase in the last financial year, when more than 73,000 micro enterprises were assisted by the Prime Minister Employment Generation Program. So that is the background about this scheme. Now we will check the objectives. What are the objectives of PMEGP? So objectives of PMEGP are, first one is generation of sustainable and continuous employment opportunities in both rural as well as urban areas in the country. Second one is the provision of sustainable and continuous employment to a wide segment of prospective and traditional artisans, unemployed youth in rural and urban areas by establishing micro enterprises for employment generation. And the next one is smooth flow of credit to the micro sector by facilitating the participation of financial institutions. And the Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs has given approval for the continuation of PMEGP for 3 years beyond the 12th plan from financial year 2017-18 to 2019-20. So that are the objectives of PMEGP. And now we will discuss few key points about this particular scheme. Prime Minister Employment Generation Scheme is a central sector scheme being administered by Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, and implementing agency at the national level is Khadi and Village Industries Commission KVIC, and it is a statutory organization under the administrative control of Ministry of MSME. And the basic idea of the scheme is it allows entrepreneurs to set up factories or units, and the eligibility criteria is that any individual can avail the benefit of PMEGP who are above 18 years of age. And another major key point is that only new projects or units are considered for sanction of loans. So that is a major point. Only new projects or units are considered for sanction of loans. And self-help groups that have not availed benefits under any other public scheme, societies or protection cooperative societies and charitable trust are also eligible to avail the benefit of PMEGP. And if you see the maximum cost of project or unit admissible under the scheme, in manufacturing sector it is up to rupees 25 lakh, and in service sector it is rupees 10 lakh. So that is the maximum cost of project. And the government subsidy in rural areas, 25% for general category and 35% for special category, which includes SC/ST, OBC, minorities, northeastern region, hill and border areas. So that is government subsidy limits. And in urban areas, 15% for general category and 25% for special category. So government subsidy in rural area is 25% for general category and 35% for special category, and in urban areas 15% for general category and 25% for special category. And the role of banks, the loans are provided by public sector banks, regional rural banks, cooperative banks and private scheduled commercial banks approved by respective state task force committee. And the Ministry of MSME has also launched a scheme of second financial assistance to help PMEGP and Mudra units expand or upgrade. So these are the key features of this particular scheme, and now we will discuss what are the challenges faced by the PMEGP. The scheme is crippled by structural issues and high rate of non-performing assets (NPAs). From 2015-16 to 2019-20, assistance of rupees 10,169 crore was provided, and out of this, rupees 1,537 crore has turned out to be NPA, so which is a huge portion. And deficiency in skills, lack of market study, low demand and stiff competition are believed to be the key reasons for such large number of NPAs. And while normally all central schemes are given definite annual targets, this scheme is not driven by any such target, so that is also a challenge, as both the states and the banks work without the aim of completing the annual target of disbursement of loans. The program may lose its drive. So these are the major challenges faced by this particular scheme, Prime Minister Employment Generation Program. And guys, there is another scheme called Credit Guarantee Fund Scheme that is also for micro and small enterprises. So we will discuss a few points about that scheme also in this session. Credit Guarantee Fund Scheme was launched in 2000 by Government of India to make available collateral-free credit to micro and small enterprise sector. Both existing and the new enterprises are eligible to be covered under this scheme. So that is a key point. Whereas the PMEGP can be availed by only new enterprises, the Credit Guarantee Fund Scheme can be availed by existing and the new enterprises. And the corpus of this particular scheme is being contributed by Government of India and SIDB in the ratio of 4:1 respectively. And the Ministry of MSME and the Small Industries Development Bank of India, that is SIDB, established a trust named Credit Guarantee Fund Trust for Micro and Small Enterprises, that is CGT-MSE, to implement this credit guarantee scheme. And discussions on increasing the reach of CGT-MSE is an ongoing agenda of government, and government has set a target of increasing credit guarantee to 50,000 crore rupees under this scheme, which is a jump of about 67% over the last year. So much more initiatives are taking place to develop the micro, small and medium enterprises in our country. So this is very important in that aspect. So please study about this, guys. That's all for today. We'll meet tomorrow with another topic. Thank you for watching this lesson.